a whole season to teach them. I got to teach you guys. And how much time I got left, Jack? In everybody's head, there is one of these. Yeah, it's a dump. And we all have one. And if you have to put a psychological term on this, some people just have to do that. But the psychological community changes the name of this thing about every 2 years. So you can call it the subconscious. Now, there's a couple of interesting things about the subconscious. Is the fact that whatever goes in the dump stays in the dump forever. You are stuck with it till the end of time. There's no way to erase it. They've got proof, they've got physical evidence mapping out your mind, proof that once it's in here, it's here. It ain't changing. So that teacher that was mean to you in the 2nd grade, it's in the dump. Now, the interesting thing about the dump is that it has a guardian. Great big dog. Spike the Wonder Puppy. And he has one job in life. One job in life. And he does it fantastic. His job is to make sure that what goes in the dump matches what's already there. That's his job. And believe it or not, it's a very important job, because without it, you would probably go crazy. People that don't have a working dog usually lose their minds. However, statistics show that 87% of all Americans own a garbage dump in their head. The other 13% have a fuel dump. 87%. That is 7 out of every 8. Look around the room. How many people you think in this room have a fuel dump in their head? Not too many, right? So if you're one of those people where you're thinking, I don't know about that, I'm one of those fuel. Well, there was that. Well, okay, maybe I got it original. Okay, don't feel bad. You're just like everybody else. So his job is really important, and he's got the most powerful computer in the world at his disposal to make sure he gets his job done. What's that computer? Your brain. Your brain is so powerful, it thinks at 6 quadrillion facts per second. That is so powerful that if we got the most powerful laptop on the planet, and we filled this room with them from floor to ceiling, that is not 6 quadrillion facts per second. And he's got control. He can do anything. He can make you get upset. How many people were upset with the first speech? You were kind of quaking in your boots when you did that first speech. How many people are lying? How many people refuse to raise their hand no matter what I say? That was the dog. That was the dog. You went up there and did that speech, and he went, oh, yeah, in the 2nd grade when you had to do that science project and the kids laughed at you. Here it comes again. He protects you, or he thinks he's protecting you. It's his job. Now, he does this job so well. Let me give you an experience. I told you I was a college fencing coach. I'm talking about kids on scholarship. And one day, remember I was running my teams like a self-esteem course. I decided I was going to give them an assignment. I had them line up, and all I wanted them to do was step forward and say they were great. That was it. That's all they had to do. Seems like, and then step back. Seems like an easy assignment, right? Well, the first guy was Todd. Todd stepped forward. Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm the best there's freaking ever been. Okay, well, Todd has a problem with self-esteem, isn't one of them. Next one was Chris. Chris kind of stepped forward. He said, I don't know if I really believe that. That's okay, Chris. 5. Okay, I'm great. And then I came up to Martha. And Martha stepped forward really slow. And she said, let's turn it up. She said, I can't say that. It's okay, Martha. Why? I gotta do, say your head, step back, we're done. And she started to cry. Right there in front of all her teammates. Her dog was so powerful that he went into the dog, found all the crap in her life that told her, that proved to her that she wasn't good enough, and it brought it all up. And she couldn't do it. And the interesting thing was, Martha was very good in training, and we couldn't get her to win a match. After the 3/4 of the season, she had fenced in almost 20 matches. She had won one. And we cut her. Now, if you're one of those 87%, are you doomed? No. That's the good news. You're not doomed. Let me share another story from Pee Wee Soccer. I had another one of those teams. 17 kids on the soccer team, 2 had ever played before. 5th graders. We were going to get destroyed. And we did. And on that team, we had a young girl named Anna, little dark-haired thing, cute as a button. One of those kids that her parents signed her up. Yeah. She didn't want to be there. She had no interest in being there. And she would kind of run around, and she was athletically challenged. I can understand why she didn't want to be there. Couldn't kick, couldn't dribble, didn't really understand the rules very well. Was just kind of out there taking up space on the field. And I felt bad for her. I really did. I felt bad for her. Because I realized that really what her problem was not that she was athletically challenged. She was just dealing with the dog. And her dog was barking quite loud. And then one day I noticed that Anna runs pretty fast. Anna runs pretty fast. I mean, she wasn't the fastest person on the team, but there was one thing she could do. She could actually run. She could get to the ball. She couldn't do anything when she got to the ball, but she could get to the ball. And so I brought her over and said, Anna, I was noticing how fast you are. We need that kind of speed on our team. So just keep going and be fast. And I fed it to the dog. And the dog looked at fast. And the dog thought about Anna. And he looked at fast. And he went, uh-huh. But I didn't give up. Because that's the kind of coach I am. So, the next game I saw her that she ran all the way across the field to get to the ball. Of course, when she got there, the guy just ran straight around her. But she ran all the way across the field, was the first one there. Brought her over halftime and said, Anna, I noticed that you ran up there, you got there so fast, you caused that guy to run around you. She was like, yeah, we allowed the rest of our guys to get there because they weren't as fast as you. Fast. They gave it to the dog. And this time the dog got confused. He went, And every time I saw Anna do something fast, I came over and I said, Anna, that was fast. I gave it to the dog. And the dog went, okay, maybe I'll let this one happen. And I gave another one, this was fast. And they looked, okay, and eventually, she started speeding up. She became like the second fastest person on the whole team. And we only practice once a week. That's not from working out, right? Here. Then the day happened. Anna was playing and got tackled by one of the other players in the goalie box, which is a penalty, for those of you who don't know soccer, and they get a free kick. And I could see him standing there looking at that ball. And I could hear that dog barking all the way from the sidelines. It's going like, I'm going to do a Charlie Brown on this thing and fall on my butt, and everyone's going to laugh at me, and it's going to be embarrassing. Time out. Yeah, I've been watching you real close last few weeks. Well, you are getting so fast. You are like almost the fastest person on our team. John's faster than you, not by much. You can kick this ball. You kick the dog. Now the dog is really confused. Why not? And she kicked the ball. Now she didn't score, but she kicked it solid. She made the goalie work to stop it. And maybe, you know, the other team wasn't all like our team ran back on the field, okay, let's go play. Maybe they weren't all excited to bring her high fives, but I saw her run off the field with a big smile on her face. That's the power of what's going on in the brain. And as soon as you realize it, as soon as you realize that that dog is always talking, that little voice in your head that you're always hearing. I know some of you are thinking, what voice in my head? I want to hear a little voice in my head. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there were those of you out there doing that. I know. That little voice in your head has probably stopped you from accomplishing more stuff than you could possibly imagine. I watch it. We're about to go into a district contest, and I watch it every district contest. You got the seasoned veterans who've been in there a bunch. Jessica right there is one of them. He's been in a whole bunch of district contests. Me too, and we've gone against each other a bunch of times. And then there's the newbies. They've given a whole bunch of speeches. These are seasoned Toastmasters. Suddenly they get up on that wood stage with all the lights on, and a lot more people, and the dog goes in overtime. And I've seen people give really good speeches in the division, and they get up here at the district stage and bomb. That's the dog. Now, I'm going to give you a way to control this dog at the end. Would that be interesting to know?
Yep.
How am I doing on time for that? How much time I got left? I got 20 minutes left? Oh, very good. Now, we're going to take some volunteers. No more Simon Says. We're going to take some volunteers. By the way, that was the reason why I played Simon Says in the beginning, is I want you to be real honest with yourself. That was a lot of fun, right? But when you got out, what did you think? What did that little voice in your head say to you? Stupid. Yeah? Am I right here? Am I right here? Now that was fun. In life, stuff happens that isn't fun. That wasn't just a game. I was playing that game for a reason. Because I wanted you to think back to what happened. It was somebody, I pulled your arm down. I pulled somebody's arm down. Yeah. What'd you think when I got you out?
That wasn't fair.
Life ain't fair, you know.
But right to the game, of course you win.
Everything that comes up at that point is your interpretation of the events.
Yes.
Yeah. The event happened, and it's your interpretation. You're right, it wasn't fair. It's totally fair. I cheated. Okay, I'm going to need some volunteers. I'm not going to tell you what you're volunteering for.